Hello and welcome to today's video on the topic of light and transformation. In today's video I'm going to continue our exploration of light and transformation, the alchemical quality of light for our own inner transformation and transmutation process. And I'm going to show you 3 of my works, one of which is this behind me. But before I do that, you know the drill. I will show you the 3 works first and let you have your own perspective, your own approach, your own time with the works, and then I will come in and tell about my perspective and the things I've learned while painting these artworks. So what we can see here, as usual, are very abstract figures. Again, like in the last video, we can see a few heads seen from the top. These are the noses. And all these people, all these individuals are like brick stones in a wall, right? You could say this is a tunnel, you could say this is a tower, but also like a DNA helix, like a crater of a volcano. So there are many different layers how you can interpret this. It could also be something like body cells within a vessel. And again, we have this light in the center, this life force, this glow. In a way, it's like these people are both emerging from this glow, so they're created from this central fire. But there's also the possibility that we are actually going into this fire. So there are both movements within this painting, coming out and going in. So there is this constant flow and cycle of becoming. Either it becomes a human form, the fire becomes human form, or the human form goes back into the fire. So there is this constant co-creation between these individuals, these human beings, but there is also the creation through the fire. Okay, so different levels of creative forces in a way. And of course, there is also this idea of time passing, so we could see this as something that happened in the past, and we are here in the present, like looking back in time to the previous generations, to our ancestors, to the people who came before us, and were the building blocks for our current world, our current body, our current worldview, whatever you want, architecture, whatever you want to project into this painting. So we are basically what our ancestors brought into our DNA, into our cells, into our buildings, into our psyche, into our life force energy. So we are connected. So this is also a work about this interconnectedness of individuals who have their own perspective, because each individual has a certain point of view in this painting. There is not two same point of views on this fire, and there is not two same point of views towards each other. I like this idea of many coming together in their individuality, in their individual point of view, and bringing this together and co-creating something that is more than just the sum of these perspectives. So this is what I wanted to share with you about this work, and now let's move on to the next one, where I dive deeper into the idea of the human shape and geology and tectonics, mountains, minerals, and so forth. So this work follows a similar idea to the work I showed you before, only that we see it from another perspective. Now we are on the same level, so we have a group of beings that are very abstract, but you can see the heads and their foreheads here. So they're standing together in a circle, and here we see the back of these individuals here. And these people or these beings are co-creating something here in the center again, and we cannot really see what it is. So it's about the mystery of creation in a way. It's about the question what they are actually doing here that emanates this light. Is it something positive? Is it something negative? Is it emotional? Is it physical? What is it? So there is this mystery of creation and of co-creation that is going on here. And they're all focused on this light. And we don't really know if they're only creating it, or maybe they're, stepping out, coming out of it, like out of a portal or a vortex or something like that. And we as viewers become part of this meeting, of this coming together, by being able to look between these two heads into the process, into this very, in a way, holy moment of creation. I wanted these beings here also to remind us of something like a landscape, the similarity between the human form and a natural form, geological form, a mineral form, or an architectural form as well, because these could also be buildings as well, houses or something like that. That's also possible. So this is natural, but also creation through man, through our mind, through our hearts as well. Okay, so then let's get to the last work for today. This work is from 2021, and it's interesting because it was really weird for me to paint that. Sometimes works just come through, and I'm like, okay, what what is that about? And this is true for this work. So what you can see is in a very abstract manner. Again, you know it, you know my work. So you see these figures here, these heads, with ears, and this is the chin here and the head. Here again another one. So there is a kind of an army here. We have the group, but in this case it's not the group standing in a circle. And we have another being here, seen from the back. So this is basically like the hair, pulled together. So we see this figure actually from the back. This is not exactly a very peaceful coming together, at least not on the first sight. It feels much more like, and this is how it evolved, it feels like a confrontation. The individual who faces the group that is one way, and the individual that is their way, okay? And how to, what do you do? What are you supposed to do? Are you going to give in and do what they want? Or are you going to be just die and disappear? Because actually you disappear once you become assimilated, you disappear. You may exist in a physical form maybe, but your being, your authenticity, your signature, your individual point of view in a way disappears. So what happened in this painting was, is first these beings here didn't have this light, okay? And then I realized there is a process going on. And what happens here is, as they are coming closer to this individual, they are starting to glow. It's like they enter, the aura or whatever, the field of this individual, who are standing in their authenticity and their power, which is their authentic power. It's not power over anybody else. It's just saying, I am who I am. And all of a sudden, when they approach and enter this field, they start to glow. Their lights, their inner lights start to go on. So the process that happened in this painting was that the first thread that they want to assimilate this individual, me in this case, actually once they came close enough, they were the ones who changed. And they changed not in terms of the individual assimilated them, but the individual had an effect through being themselves of helping them activate or turn on or switch on their own lights. So there is this kind of effect once you stay in your power, and this power is not a power over others. It's not a power of making others think the same as you do, because this is what they did before. It's just the power of standing in your own authenticity and to know that your axis and your being, your understanding of yourself, your feeling about yourself is, you acknowledge that. Nobody else can do that. And once you acknowledge that and you know that, you are that, it's a beingness, it's not a knowingness, it's not something that your mind tells you in the first place, it's something that you're inside, your intuition and it's a knowledge that is incarnated. It's a beingness indeed. So once you stand in your beingness, you emanate this energy of authenticity in a way, in terms of authenticity is not about being good or bad. It's just being honest, who you are. This is who I am, And it's not about good or bad. indeed. It's about being who you are. And this is something that we actually used to avoid, and I think the time is coming, the paradigm is shifting, and it's not about avoiding who you are just to adapt to outer circumstances, but it's about becoming who you are and living and being who you are without judgment, and therefore becoming authentic. And through this authenticity you activate or you free yourself in a way through acceptance. And then you emanate this energy into your surroundings, and other people start to feel that and become themselves as well. And it's not about them becoming you, as I said. It's not an assimilation process, it's an activation process, basically. But that happens through your authentic beingness. Yeah, so this is what this work is about. I'm still processing that because I feel this is a huge topic for our current times and human evolution, and this is what is so exciting about art, that you can explore these things starting with your own challenges in life, and then bringing them out of yourself onto a canvas, for example, and then having a mirror of this process, and then coming to new stage of understanding what the situation is actually telling you or challenging you to address or to experience, which is your own authenticity that can actually turn the whole situation of confrontation and assimilation of the individual through the group into something completely different. Something that my mind alone wouldn't have grasped or solved or maybe experienced or understood, because my mind knows that in the past it was always about confrontation, and it was always about there is a winner and then there is a loser, right? And now it's not about a winner or a loser. This work is about overcoming this concept of there is a winner and a loser, because if there's a winner, everybody loses. So it's not about that. It's not about either or, either them or the individual, or either the individual or them. It's about all of them. Beautiful, I like that. So I hope this was an interesting video for you and with inspirational ideas. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Please like and share if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video where we go on with the exploration of the idea of the group and the co-creation of light through the group, but now focusing on another aspect of this process. So see you then. Thank you very much. Bye bye and take care.